Hey guys.
Cash.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
My Corona.
group chat.
Cash.
Don't bring that bad energy in here, man.
It's $1 trillion.
I didn't
Hot.
bring it. It was a bat.
It was what?
It was a Chinese bat. I didn't bring it. I just
God,
got
man,
that song
it's-
stuck in my head.
It's getting scary.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Listen, we'll talk about it. My question is, I saw something on your Instagram,
Yeah.
and I just want to know, are you sure that you want to bring another life into this infected world?
Have no choice now.
You're having a baby.
Yes.
Number
A boy.
2.
Another boy.
Boy number 2.
Yes.
Are you excited? Did you want a boy? Like some people want boy, girl.
I was actually I thought it was going to be a girl,
Yeah.
and the reason why I thought it would be really fun to experience both. But now that we have a boy and we kind of have like our life set up for a boy,
Yeah.
like the toys, the room,
Well, you
like
just can pass the toys down.
pass everything down.
All the clothes.
All
the dance
clothes.
moves.
Dance moves.
Yeah.
And so, I have history of how brothers work.
Yep.
You know, you fight like hell.
Hate each
for-
other till 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't talk to
And
them.
hate each other
Good luck.
again at 25.
It just happens every 10 years.
Yeah.
And so I think that I think is super exciting because 2 boys is going to be fun. My wife was hoping for a boy as well. I think, you know, our grandparents, their grandparents were hoping for girls.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Can I ask you something? You really don't know until you pop that balloon. Be honest.
I did not know.
She did.
She saw a blue confetti.
So
Amanda.
so this is what happened. They definitely aren't supposed to know because the way this works is you go to whatever balloon shop, cake shop, wherever you're doing the surprise. You hand them the envelope. They're the ones that know, and it's supposed to be a nice tight process. The cake shouldn't have leaks. The balloon shouldn't have leaks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's WikiLeaks over here.
the balloon had blue confetti on the outside.
No, it didn't.
I swear on my life.
Oh, God.
But
like,
Amanda
stuck to it?
saw.
So Amanda saw it and goes, "Oh my God, I know what it is." And I was like, "Don't tell me. I actually want to be surprised." And I had my phone out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I saw it too."
Yeah.
You can just see it like that?
I didn't
Oh my
see
God.
it. Crazy enough,
What a
I didn't see
shitty
it.
balloon shop.
Yeah, it's a bad balloon.
But in
shop.
all those scenarios, you really don't know.
No,
I thought
didn't
you had
know
like a
for-
friend drop it off or something.
no,
You
it
can
was
have
really
either.
just our family there, and Anand and Amanda. So Haley did it.
So you tell him in the hospital, like, hey, give me the envelope. I don't want to know.
Yes, like we were there.
So you do a blood test,
Yeah.
and then the doctor has the information. You tell the doctor whether you want to know or not, and tell them who to tell. So the doctor's office can send it to the balloon shop or give an envelope, whatever you want to do.
Oh
They're
my
pretty
gosh.
flexible.
Yeah, and so Haley just went and picked it up herself, gave it to the balloon.
There's blue confetti leaking out.
A blue balloon.
It's a sign, a balloon that says it's a boy.
Holy shit, it comes with a baseball bat. Oh my God.
And so whatever we we did the balloon with the family, and what's funny is there was 2 balloons. So all my friends started calling me and texting me, "Are you having twins?"
I didn't catch
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
because you were both supposed to hit it.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
At
no,
the
no,
same
no.
time, or
No,
what?
because like they're like, "Why do you have 2 balloons?" I'm like, "Well, we both wanted to pop one."
Yeah, yeah.
So all friends were calling me like, "You're having twins? You're having 2 boys? Holy shit!"
Oh,
And I
my
was
That
like,
would have been a good twist to the surprise.
Imagine. I saw
maybe that is a
Tracy.
surprise.
I saw Tracy Tubera commented, which he had triplets.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of ours. Can you imagine if it was like Haley's like, oh, I think I'm pregnant. Yeah, blah blah. Oh, it's triplets.
Oh my god, I
It'd
couldn't
be
handle
like,
that.
holy shit.
Yeah, even twins would give me massive panic
Props
because
to
it's
him.
just then we'd have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He took that like a champ.
Yeah.
You know, now he just has 3 like really fun kids.
Yeah, now they're grown up and they're fun, but
Yeah.
like that process is not.
Yeah, they've
easy.
got to be, 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Because it was a while ago.
Yeah, I think they all have their own like personalities now. Like
Yeah.
they're
Wow.
full, like yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay, so that was all good news.
Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting.
What's the due date?
It's a few days from Dominic.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's gonna be
So
beef.
Dominic is 8/26.
Yeah.
Maverick's 8/24, and this new boy is around the same days.
Yeah.
So
You
it
guys-
could be overlap.
So you guys are really all getting busy at the same time.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, Pete. That's what you
That's
got to
where
think
you-
about.
I think the new kid's got to slip in at 8:25.
Yeah, just do 3 birthdays. Boom, boom, boom.
Can I share the story of your Maverick?
Yeah.
Okay. To answer your question, young Maverick, Anand's kid, was actually conceived on the night of my birthday party.
Yeah.
We all went out, had a big night out. They made a baby.
What's the guarantee on that?
It's a guarantee.
It's, yeah.
When you're like, there it is.
Yeah,
they
you
just
know
knew.
when you-
It was a big night.
Okay.
They knew. Like,
See, I've never
that-
experienced that, so I wouldn't know.
He was like, there was a baby in that one, I'm sure.
I'm almost guaranteeing this one.
So anyway,
Wow.
I'd like to take partial credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big part of our family.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be here. Okay, great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can't wait to have him on the pod.
Yeah.
Next up, I wanted to talk about, you guys posted yesterday, you went to the Riot Games offices.
Yes.
It looked insane. I saw
Yeah.
some photos, some like, I don't know if it was a broadcast center or maybe an esports center. I don't know, but you both posted that you were really inspired, that it was
Yeah.
a crazy office. What do we need to learn?
It is.
We should be in gaming, huh?
I mean,
So can we just rewind how, like, Riot Games when it started? So
Thank you. Thank you.
Brandon Beck, who's a co-founder of Riot Games, went to SC. He's a year older than me, 2 years younger than D. He started out at Bain, which is a consulting firm with Ali Fakari.
Yep.
And this must have been 05, 06. He leaves Bain to pursue his passion, which is now Riot Games.
Yep.
And he was, when you say visionary, it's like understating what he actually did.
Yeah.
He created this entire like genre of like gaming and making it a worldwide business, making it global. His brother Dustin Beck, who also joined the firm, who's a good friend of ours, was kind of the vision behind esports.
Yep.
So they were the first to really do esports at scale,
Got
and
it.
that was his vision. And it's just like, this is probably one of the best entrepreneur stories of the last 20 years, and you don't hear anything about it.
yeah. I mean, they're so. Even Dustin, who's very successful and listens to the pod, they're just very humble, quiet, out of the press type people, and they've been inviting us for years to do a tour. I went
Yeah.
to their office with Ali Fakari like maybe 8 years ago, and it was a very different office. And then we finally got one on the calendar. We went, and this shit is bananas. It is like, honestly, when I was done, I was like, oh, these guys are building the next Disney.
Yeah.
This is not a video game company. This is like, you can see, first of all, the amount of free shit this office has. They have the flyest coffee bar I've ever seen. Better than Facebook, better than Google, better than Apple, definitely better than Amazon. They don't give shit.
Yeah.
First of all, Facebook charges. I remember last time we went there, I remember we had to pay when we were on campus.
Suck.
Disgusting.
Gross.
This
Frickin' Zach.
cafeteria, the menu, phenomenal.
They had vegan options, keto options,
Whatever.
whatever. You
Like, how many
want.
employees do you think?
Thousands of people. This thing,
So in the middle of Santa Monica, I think their Santa Monica offices have a few thousand employees.
I mean, you're talking, this is sprawling office, state of the art, everything. It's just the huge basketball court.
Yeah.
You just
The jump shots weren't very good. Some few folks won.
Guess there's not a lot of balls going in.
In my
or out.
opinion, you should get rid of the basketball courts from what I saw.
No,
Maybe put phone chargers.
Yeah, just have an
few
NBA 2K.
Yeah.
A few
booth.
stats. So, League of Legends is the third most watched sport in the world. So it's soccer 1, NBA 2, and League of Legends is 3. Not esports. Let me make that clear.
Yeah.
Not the genre of esports. League of Legends,
Yeah.
which is the property Riot Games owns and created. Like, that's a mind-boggling stat. The League of Legends bandwidth on the internet takes up 3% of global internet usage.
Just
insane.
total.
So, like, the internet is
Yeah.
100%.
As a whole of the internet.
Around the world,
Gosh.
this property is 3%.
So can I ask you this? The main thing, like, if the main thing that they do, the main thing that the money comes from is creating League of Legends.
Well, like while you're playing the game is like
In-game purchases.
In-game purchases.
But they created the game.
Yes.
They made it all up. They
Right.
got it all
characters,
made.
everything.
Sheesh. That's wild. That seems
It's
hard to do.
insane.
It seems impossible. And like they were telling us how the first time they took their live event, Anand went to a live event
in
Staples
2008.
in Staples.
Staples Center.
They did, I think, 2014. They did Madison Square Garden in August, and Dustin was telling us they're like, "Oh, these guys in August in New York, everyone's in the Hamptons, no one's showing up to this thing." Sells out. I think he was with Adam Silver, who's the NBA commissioner.
Yeah,
and
they're
this
blown away.
John Skipper, CEO of ESPN, and they were like, "Holy shit!" They were on this. They like created an industry.
Yeah.
Not only just obviously with the success they had with their game, but like I think the brilliant part of the live part of it is that no matter how big of the digital thing, you hear all these stats until you see 20,000 screaming Chinese kids.
Isn't that just like a criticism of like human psychology?
Yeah.
Like we care about 20,000 people, but can't conceptualize 3% of the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absurd. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Yeah, we have no idea. It's like
But you see Staples Center pack, you're like, wow, Lakers pack it, these guys pack it. Like,
Yeah.
This is just a fraction of what the impact really is. And it was phenomenal. And I can't believe it's in the middle of the heart of Southern California. No one's ever heard of them.
yeah.
No. It's so wild. And they're your guys' age?
Younger.
Brandon's a year older, Dustin's a year younger.
Yeah, we chose the wrong industry. And here we are podcasting like idiots and selling T-shirts.
Luckily, they like the pod.
I got an idea. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. If you want to sponsor it or anything.
What's funny is we went to watch a live match. And it's like they've casually built like the Fox slot in their thing.
That's what you posted?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we got to watch a live game, and it's like stadium style seating, state of the art cameras, this, that. And I was like, can we do a group chat in here? Because
What
it's
is that?
literally a stadium.
Yeah, what
It's
is
a
that?
stadium.
He was like, I knew you were going to ask that.
Security was great.
Oh, the security.
Security is
no
like Fort
joke.
Knox. It was insane.
It is. I was just blown away.
So did they like save up money from working at Bain to like how were they able to take such a big risk?
That I don't know.
No,
other
they
stories.
they just went and pitched investors.
Yeah.
Just like any startup.
Yeah. Okay. And okay. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks for the inspiration.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out the pod.
Yeah.
And if you got any room for us, just let us know.
Yeah.
You know?
If you guys need a podcast for your gamers,
Yeah, listen.
Why don't we just live podcasts for you? Just go to your office.
Whatever. If we get free snacks and stuff, vegan meals. This rent is expensive. Okay. All right. Good shit. Next up, we got to talk about Kobe for a second.
Yes.
They did the big memorial for Kobe on Monday at Staples, and it was incredible. We watched it, most of it, I think, at the office. Vanessa spoke, which was pretty shocking, I think. I can't imagine. Michael Jordan had an incredible speech. Shaq.
Did you get a chance to watch all of them?
I watched pretty much all of them. I came in at the end of Vanessa, but I saw the highlights afterwards. I missed Beyonce singing. I think one of the biggest ones was his agent, best friend.
Rob Pelinka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Rob Pelinka told a story that one of the last texts that he sent from the helicopter was to get the surviving daughter of the couple in the helicopter with him an internship at a baseball agency, like minutes before the helicopter crashed, which is just insane.
It is insane. And I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch all of them. I watched Jordan, Shaq, Vanessa, and I missed a few during a meeting. But Michael Jordan's speech to me was like the best. One, because it's Michael Jordan. Like the fact that him and Kobe actually had a friendship was kind of like mind blowing. Bawling tears the whole time, which is like most of those other people, they were emotional, but like Michael Jordan just let it go from the moment he started. And I thought that was very special. And then Michael Jordan making light of it at the end, saying, Kobe got me at the end. I'm going to be a meme for another 5 years. And I think that felt very, very special. Shaq had his one comment where he was like, the other teammates on the Lakers were saying that, Kobe doesn't pass the ball hog. can you talk to him? He goes, yeah. I'll go talk to the kid. Go talk to him. And Shaq goes to Kobe. He goes, there's no I in team. And Kobe responds it, but there is a M-E, motherfucker.
There's an M and an E in that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
his team.
Yeah.
And so he went back to the players. He goes, he's not going to pass.
Just get a rebound.
Just get a rebound.
I mean, the ceremony, in my opinion, couldn't have been put together better. So if you just look at the procession of speakers and performers, so Beyonce opens the event, Jimmy Kimmel gives the monologue, and then Diana Taurasi, who's the greatest women's basketball player of all time, and then the best college women's basketball player of all time, who's still at Oregon, speaks. And these are people Gigi clearly like looked up to. Then the coach of UConn, where she wanted to play, spoke. So it was like you had the first part, which was like honoring Gigi. And then you brought in Vanessa, I think was next. And then obviously Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Rob Pelinka kind of honoring Kobe as well as the whole family. I don't know. That was a tough way to start the week. That was so heavy to kind of relive all the stories.
Yeah.
And it's just like mind-boggling how much effort he did post-career in mentorship and like talking to people. Which he had the exact opposite personality as a basketball player. Where it was killer. I don't care about anyone. It's just Kobe and that's it. And then like the morning of the crash, he talked to LeBron on the phone, congratulating him. Was texting with Rob Pelinka trying to get an internship for his friend's daughter.
This guy was very active.
Who else? I mean, he probably
Busy
talked
guy.
to 15 other people.
I mean, busy
And went to
guy.
church.
And that's just a normal day.
Yeah.
They went to church at like 6 a.m. They went to church at like 6 a.m. or whatever, left church straight to the helicopter, straight to fly all the way to
A basketball game.
in wherever. I mean, that's a very long, not a long helicopter flight, but it's a really long distance.
Yeah.
That's just a normal, whatever day
Sunday.
that was. Sunday?
Was it?
Like that's
Sunday.
the way his day is structured is the way you think like every like billionaire big
Like
bad business
super
guy
billionaire,
is like structured. Boom, boom, boom. I got to talk to these 10 people. Then I have to do this. I have to do that. It just sucks because the world was robbed of was going to be one of the great like business media like mentorship
like
careers.
a magic type figure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough for a Monday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, let me turn this on. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see it. And then I was just in there like by myself. Like, this is, you know, and I'm like, damn, I got to like get to work. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. It was tough.
Okay, well, rest in peace to Kobe. I just can't believe like the impact. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not even worthwhile to debate bigger tragedies, but like the impact of that is insane.
Yeah.
No, and it I feel like every time it's revisited, whether it's because of the memorial or people talking, it's bigger than it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now here's something else interesting. This popped up in the news like almost during the thing, and I wonder if they like thought
Timed
they could
it.
like kind of tuck it under or whatever. But Vanessa has officially sued the helicopter company for wrongful death, saying that they allowed that the pilot acted irresponsibly. They allowed him to fly in unfit conditions. The helicopters weren't equipped with the proper sensors and stuff. So there's officially a lawsuit out. What do we think? I mean, obviously, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just kind of have to do it because there's going to be a flood of lawsuits. All the families are going to sue the helicopter company. They're going to have to sue Kobe Bryant and their state because you just have to. It's just how the world works, unfortunately.
No, I wouldn't say have to. The problem is going to be attorneys will get in the family's ears and know that there's a payday from someone.
Yep.
So let's just keep going down because attorneys will go on contingency knowing they'll get a
You're going to
payment.
get paid, yeah.
And it's
Unless
just unfortunate.
the family is going to give each of the families $20 million and say, okay, here you go. The thing about it is you lost loved ones. Like, you're entitled to some financial...
Yeah, because if you just play it out, the helicopter company could go bankrupt.
They have no money.
Right? They're not going to be able
They
to
already
pay
said
anything.
they have no money.
Right.
They've already came out. The Zobayan guy, the pilot, was cited for FAA breaking rules before in the past.
Yeah, in 2015.
So he, unfortunately, his estate's not gonna have any money. So who has money?
Yep. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I didn't read if there was any backlash or anything like that, but it's just, unfortunately, it is just the way it works, especially when someone is so big.
Yeah.
There's nothing she could do.
Yeah.
You know?
You just, I mean, just.
Yeah, like, was the advice sue the company so the families don't sue you?
Yeah, or like
Right.
point the direction. Like if almost not suing them is taking fault.
Right.
You know, it's probably, that's the type of advice you get from lawyers.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Bryant family is gonna get the most expertise of
Yeah.
advice
Yeah.
from attorneys. They're gonna get the best counsel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
I
they're
agree.
doing this, there's a bigger reason that we're just not privy to the information.
And to me, I take them doing it during the memorial as like, look, we have to do this. Let's try to hide it
Yeah.
under this other press,
Yeah.
but we got to do it.
TMZ also broke it.
Yeah. Of course.
They're good.
Yeah, TMZ. They're the worst. They're good at what they do.
Yeah.
but
They're
damn
really
it.
good, but if you're famous,
They just
man,
don't give a shit about anyone.
No.
Like when they showed they've showed other things like this, but when they showed the video of Nipsey being murdered,
Yeah.
I was like, they don't give a fuck
No.
about anyone's feelings.
because they showed the kid coming back and
Yeah,
putting the
shooting.
last few bullets. Right?
Absolutely, they showed
Yep.
the whole murder, and it's just like, man, like this is
Yeah.
someone's. You know, like you don't care. You're doing it for clicks.
Yeah.
You didn't even cut. Like you didn't even like, oh, here's the moment where the gun came out and then cut. You showed the entire thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They are savages. Okay. You ready to get into some news?
Yeah.
Coronavirus is getting kind of scary.
It's over.
I mean,
The virus is definitely not over.
No, I'm saying we're over. It's
yeah,
finished.
you're saying
It's over.
It's a healthy life in the
Yeah,
world.
I mean, this is officially global pandemic, mass hysteria. I would say what makes it more real for the average person is not seeing what's happening in China, is not seeing what's happening in Italy or South Korea or Iran. It is seeing the stock market go down 2,000 points
Yep.
in 48 hours.
I mean, we'll give Anand credit. He was like, "Yo, something's not adding up here," and literally the next day,
That's
Yeah.
what we were literally. Remember, we were saying
It
it
was
felt like
Sunday
we were in
night.
the Big Short.
Yeah, and Sunday night it was like, how is this not being reflected in the financial markets?
yeah,
Yeah.
Boom, 2 days in
Yeah.
a row.
Wake up the next morning, there it is.
And so that panic in the stock market, because all of last week we were just sitting around and talking like, how is the stock market still going up? How is the stock market still going up? And I think it was just like delayed information or delayed thought process. And I think over the weekend with such a huge increase in cases and deaths, that put the pressure on everyone to be like, oh shit, this is real. Then today, being Tuesday, the Center for Disease and Control was on television in a press conference saying, this is going nowhere. We want to figure out how to address it. So people are like, what about a vaccine? He goes, even if there is a vaccine, let's say there was one today, they said it would take a year and a half to actually get it to administer to the masses. So that, unfortunately, is not a short-term solution. They did say the weather does play a part in how quickly it does spread. So warm weather is good for
That's what Trump said.
Trump said.
He said
And
it's
so
all
he was
going to
right.
get burned off.
Yeah. So the problem is that in most of the world still it's cold, right? Like in Europe it's cold, in China it's cold, in Japan it's cold. It's
Global
like-
warming might really help us out here.
It might. And so those are all the different moving parts. The World Health Organization just came out and said it's a global pandemic. Shit's about to hit the fan.
I mean, the U.S. CDC said life in the U.S. is going to be disrupted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prepare for it.
Yeah.
That's not, they're not, they don't exist to exaggerate and scare people. They're saying that because it actually is going to happen.
Yeah.
San Francisco declared a state of emergency in preparation for an outbreak, even though it hasn't had an outbreak there. If you saw this video on Twitter, the chief health minister of Iran was giving a press conference, and he's just sweating,
And coughing his face up.
and everyone's like, "This guy doesn't look well." The next day, he's he is tested positive for coronavirus. So that video was like all over the world.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The Tokyo Olympics, they're considering canceling.
I think it gets canceled.
Yeah, I think it has to get canceled
Yeah.
at this point.
It's
Anyway, we're
too-
canceling the Olympics.
Imagine
When did
if
they
you're
cancel
like,
the Olympics? Like one other time?
I don't even know.
Like in a world war, did they cancel it?
Probably.
I think there's one time or
Yeah.
one or two times it was canceled.
Imagine if you're like 14 and you've been like training for like gymnastics
yeah,
your
it's
whole
only
life, and
every
it's like,
4 years.
you know what, Betsy, it's not happening.
Can you imagine? And then you're aged out by the
Yeah,
next
you're 18.
one?
Yeah,
you're
you're
like
14.
an old hag.
Oh God.
Or, if Phelps wanted to come back, get a couple gold medals.
Yeah, he's gonna be like 50 by the time the Olympics come back. They also said like because the summer, if the weather warms and we do have a subdued kind of impact, they are concerned that in the winter of 2020 it could come roaring back like a flu type symptom. But that gives time for people to prepare.
Or get a vaccine.
Am I correct in thinking that if you are a healthy person with a strong immune system, it
Your
doesn't-
chances of death are low.
Yeah.
So it can be like the flu.
Yeah, so I mean, you're seeing so many different people report different things, but I read somewhere that 80% of the people who even contract the virus don't even show symptoms.
Yeah.
So they're just carriers that are spreading it.
Yeah. I see some carriers in here sometimes.
Damn, I feel like I
I'm
might
walking around
have
the
it.
office, I see serious carriers.
A lot of questionable people coughing.
Yeah.
Gosh, I might have it. My nose has been a little sniffly lately.
Yeah. You're a carrier.
This morning, coming back from the gym, I felt a little lightheaded. And I was like, fuck, I
Here
got
it
it.
You did.
I
Got
have
it.
it.
Damn it, man.
A
I
League of
wonder-
Their Own, only 10 episodes.
Do you think
the
that maybe-
countdown to death?
The countdown to
Do you
death.
think that? Oh yeah, shit. Yeah. We can just document the path to Pete's death. Today I'm not feeling too hot. I'm a little sweaty. Oh my god. Oh man, this is bad.
It's actually like
It's really bad.
it's
Yeah.
really fucking scary.
Here's
Yeah.
there's so not only is it obviously super dangerous because there is a mortality rate that's 10x the flu,
Yeah.
it's the fear that is put in people, which
Yeah.
will change behavior.
Yeah.
Like I had
Specifically-
messages from friends in LA that are like, we should stock up on food, and they're going to stock up on food.
Yeah.
Like if that mentality happens, that means people aren't leaving their house, people aren't shopping, people aren't consuming, people aren't traveling, people aren't going to hotels.
Yeah.
Like the trickle down is crazy.
So I think the immediate impacts. So travel industry is gonna crater
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah. One of our employees was about to go on her honeymoon to Italy,
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
had to cancel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go to Italy right
Yeah,
now.
Italy.
Even there's parts of Spain that are now quarantined.
No one's going to any.
And I mean, Europe, these countries are so reliant on tourism. So there's countries like Italy,
France.
Spain, France. You're talking between May and August. They're just counting on massive amounts of tourism, massive amounts of people coming in, spending money.
Massive amount of
buying-
Chinese people.
Yeah. I mean, last time the one time I went to Venice, Italy, it was all Chinese people.
Yeah. They're the ones with money.
Yeah. Jeez.
And you want to know what's crazy? So stock market goes down 2,000 points. I have 2 stock positions. One I bought last week, which is like an ultra short on the S&P 500. That's up like 22%.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, woo. The one where I put a lot of money into is Peloton. It's up.
That's a joke.
It's a joke.
That's a
I
joke.
literally saw Barron's, a reputable, now I think they're not reputable, news source that said people are buying Peloton stock as a defense against Corona because people are going to want to buy these bikes and stay at home and work out. Do you think if coronavirus is spreading all over America, that is what you're thinking about, is buying a stupid fucking bike?
Oh man. Especially when you don't have a
You know how
freaking
frustrating it
job.
is for me trying to short this stock to the ground?
Yeah.
You're going to get short squeezed.
I know. I'm going to get clobbered on this trade now.
The problem is when you don't have a damn job, you can't afford your stupid Peloton.
But there is a lot of like interesting economic opportunity because you should start thinking about it. Like if you do invest in stocks or want to find a financial opportunity, is like think about all the businesses that are impacted. Okay, so travel, toast. I would say for the entire summer. So there's a lot of pain there to be had. I think live anything with thousands of people. Like, I'm curious, what happens at Coachella this year?
Yeah.
Like 100,000 people? It's already dusty and people are coughing and like, are people going to Coachella coughing up a storm with Corona out there? And it's a global event where people are coming from all over the world. That sounds a lot scarier now. What happens, what happens at concerts? What happens at like all these different things where there's like hundreds of thousands of people in one location?
Like, would you go to Disneyland right now?
Fuck no.
Hell no. No chance.
No chance.
I wouldn't, if I could go back to the weekend, I wouldn't go to that comedy show anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the sniffles started the next day.
Yeah, it's just like, why risk? Here's the thing is like, I don't think consumption is going to stop overnight. Like, I think the concept of what Barron's was saying, that like people will stay home, you will see an increase in like, I'm sure more people stay home and listen to podcasts and play video games. Netflix is going to be on fire. And there'll be a lot of businesses that benefit. Delivery, I think, will be big, like Domino's. Everyone's just going to be ordering pizza and sitting at home. So there'll be different businesses that I think will benefit, but there's clearly ones that if they require physical presence, like retail is a scary one.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing retail needs.
Yeah.
Oh my, that could be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Just put them to bed 5 years early.
Like you want to go to Macy's and Herald Square?
Yeah, like would you walk around Times Square right now?
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen to e-com, because I also think people will have less money. I mean, people are going to lose jobs and stuff.
Yeah,
But
people
that's
are going to
but
consume less of
they'll consume-
unnecessary e-com. Like, yeah, you're not going to stop buying on Amazon because you need diapers, toilet paper, paper towels. You need all the commodity, like necessities.
Yeah.
But hey, do you need that $300 jacket? Probably not.
Probably not. I think Jeff did this.
Jeff just nailed in the coffin?
New conspiracy theory. Jeff said, we're going to have a little outbreak. Everyone's going to stay at home and order all their groceries because they don't want to go to the store. And I'm going to put the final nail in the coffin to retail. All of a sudden, Amazon is 20% of shopping next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen that quickly.
And the thing, to your point, it changes human behavior. So let's say in 6 months, Corona's contained or it's not a thing anymore. People have already instilled that fear that this could happen again, so they're less likely to go to crowded places and less likely to go to like,
yeah. It's like, not to compare it, but 9/11 lasted for a long time.
That impact was big.
I mean, people are still scared of planes.
Yeah.
That impacts for a long time.
Yeah.
But it seems like products are kind of, like Chinese factories are kind of moving.
Yeah, so we got noticed from 3 factories this week now that are back open. And they feel confident that within the next 3 weeks, they'll be fully staffed. Here's my honest, I said this last podcast. China knows how to handle this situation because there's no rules. They're going to do whatever the fuck they need to do. I feel confident that in like 3 months, China has just quarantined 40 million people and say, hey, you guys are all fucked.
Yeah.
The rest of us are going to go on with their life.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't trust Italy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
No.
Have you been to Italy? You can't even use your cell phone.
China might end up being the safest place here in a couple months.
I would say most of the Asian countries will get this locked down. Korea, Japan, China.
Yeah.
Italy, it's a free-for-all.
Yeah, and it's pretty dirty.
I might go back to Ohio for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll make it to the heartland.
There's a lot of Chinese food restaurants.
It's already happened in Wisconsin.
There's nobody from China anywhere near Ohio.
there's
already there's a confirmed case in Wisconsin. It's right there.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
There was
Yes,
a
it's
case.
been
I
that
showed
way.
it to Pete. He was in disbelief.
It's my little cousin Jerry.
Who
Got
is
it.
Cousin Jerry is not traveling.
You watch.
Nowhere's safe. Okay, I'm going to seclude somewhere. I'm
You
going to
should
Hawaii.
go to New Zealand. That's what one of my
Hawaii's
friends said he's
not a
going to
good
go.
place.
It's not, I regretted it as soon as I said it.
That's a terrible
As
place.
soon as I said it, I regretted it. Okay, well, fuck. Never mind then.
I think somewhere warm, Cabo. Cabo seems safe.
You guys should send me there.
Yeah, right.
You could get stuck there, though, I feel like.
Yeah, you could get stuck. That's a problem. I think going to like New Mexico.
Yeah.
Albuquerque gets pretty cold, I think.
I mean,
Maybe get an Airbnb somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Texas.
Yeah, or like you could probably go into like Joshua Tree, get an Airbnb, and just post up for
Just
6
nobody's
months.
there.
And just run your site alone.
Yeah.
Run the whole Menlo site. Just D and a... Damn.
Sorry, we're shipping a little late right now.
Yeah, it's just me in a box. Okay. Well, I don't stay safe. I mean, anything else, Corona, before we move on?
No, I mean, I think the only other thing is that there's a drug maker, Moderna, that has this first experimental coronavirus vaccine. They're going to test it on 20 people in April. So I don't think people realize how slow, like the FDA is just not going to let these guys go wild and all of a sudden have a vaccine in the market this summer. It just doesn't work like that.
Imagine if you're the first company to get the vaccine.
So that's why everyone's like, we should buy the stock. I'm like, it's too late. Like everyone knows that they're the company now.
Yeah.
So like,
No, but I actually think there's going to be lag. So that,
Yeah.
I mean, one thing we know for a fact, and we've always known this, but Corona is the perfect example. The markets are dumber than Pete.
Whoa, come on now.
That's a compliment.
yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thanks, man.
Like this was so obvious.
Yeah.
I was literally looking at myself like, am I taking crazy pills?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just look at what companies are doing, shutting down stores, shutting down flights.
Yeah, it's wild.
Cities were getting quarantined, but hey, nope. Stock market record high day after day after day. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. The last Corona bit I have is, man, the Trump marketing scheme or machine is just so good.
Steve Bannon's good too.
Trump's blaming the last 2 days on Bernie Sanders, not Corona. That Bernie Sanders is gaining steam, so everyone's getting scared that if he could potentially be a president, the markets are crashing. That's their spin, and they have administration officials have leaked it to Axios that's what they're doing because the stock market continues to decline. Trump's just going to put it on Bernie, not Corona, because you can't control Corona, you can control Bernie being president.
And Bernie had a bad showing at 60 Minutes this weekend because they were pulling up videos of how he kind of believed in a lot of Fidel Castro kind of regime. And he was like, he provided health care or child care. And then everyone's like, it's Fidel Castro. He was terrorizing his country, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Bernie's in for a tough one.
Real tough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about, this has to do with China a little bit. Let's talk about this guy at Calpers. Somehow their top guy got swept into this Chinese espionage whole thing that's going on. Can you explain what Calpers is? Who's this guy? Is he a Chinese spy? What's going on?
Calpers is one of the largest pension funds in the world. It is a retirement fund for all the teachers in California. It's $400 billion pension fund. And it is run by a guy named Ben Meng. He's a U.S. citizen, but he grew up in China. And last week, a Republican lawmaker went on primetime TV and accused this guy that he was a tool for the Chinese government, funneling American money into Chinese hands. This is a very serious accusation because if anything like this is true, it'll cause like massive problem in flow of money globally. And he just went out and said it. Everyone is back, and American investors. So, CEO of Blackstone, who's Steven Schwartzman, who's like one of the biggest investors in America, is obviously has money from Calpers. Went and said this type of attack as an accomplished American citizen is unwarranted. So it's just people are defending him, saying this is crazy, and he may be just throwing this bomb just to like throw everyone off, and. Because this guy worked for some Chinese fund at some point, so they think there's a link. And the problem is that there are examples where these types of things have gone south, where we're just like, oh shit, these guys are working for Chinese government. So this guy might have just said, you know what, I don't like this guy, fuck him, I'm gonna throw this bomb, see what happens. Now they're gonna investigate him. Maybe he gets lucky and there's some weird link, but I don't think he has any evidence.
Yeah, so it's like less than 1% of Calpers' funds that he was in charge of were even in Chinese companies.
Yeah.
And the source of this is Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, on his show.
On his show.
Yes.
So Tucker Carlson, when you talk about anti-white America, I mean, he's literally the king of it.
Yeah.
Just fear-mongering. And it's funny, Steve Schwartzman coming to his defense, because Steve Schwartzman is a known crony of Trump's.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the Oval Office.
But he's not
during
going to fuck
election
up his
night.
money over Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Because Calpers is probably one of his biggest LPs in his fund.
Yeah. Jeez.
But it's let me tell you, great strategy. Just throw a bomb.
Yeah, why
Make the
not?
whole world kind of figure it out. Now you have to investigate it.
It's crazy.
In the age of fake news, it's really a good strategy.
Yeah. Throw a bomb, see what happens.
And think about it. Do you think it's any so like it's what Corona things like a pandemic virus? It just goes to anti-immigration, closed borders. Like it just fuels this kind of like thinking, and Tucker Carlson's the king of this. So go after the Chinese guy in the middle of Corona.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty obvious strategy.
It's a good target.
Okay. Well, you got to shoot your shot.
I'd love to sit in a Trump marketing meeting because these guys are good.
It's probably great.
Yeah.
Great.
Chinese, boom, boom, boom. Get those 4. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Yao Ming, he was a spy.
He's a big ass spy.
They trained him for 20 years to play
secret.
basketball just to infiltrate America.
Hiding in plain sight is what they call it.
We'll take this ball and you'll be a spy.
The ball had cameras in it the whole time.
Okay, one side note before we jump into the next topic. Did you guys see this? Supreme did a collaboration with Oreo.
I love it.
They have Supreme Oreos, little red Oreos with the Supreme logo.
It looks delicious.
I bet it probably tastes twice as good as the regular thing.
A normal
little bit of
Oreo.
hype.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
it's just the extra hype adds flavor. I heard.
yeah, and like a normal Oreo costs around 8 cents, and they're charging $2.65 per cookie. There's already, it hasn't even been out yet, and there's people reselling it for 4,000, 5,000,
Which I think
10,000.
just it's
bullshit.
people are so stupid.
Yeah.
This is a perishable item. Like I get like a T-shirt getting resold because it lasts forever.
I know, but
Oreos
people
don't last
buy
forever.
expensive wine and they eat it, drink it. You just eat it.
Yeah, but wine lasts.
You don't eat it. Those kids have it on a shelf.
No, if you're like a rapper, like imagine if you're like Offset, the flex on TikTok just popping $500 Oreos.
Yeah, he eats it.
Yes.
But I'm saying there's kids breaking the bank.
Molding it out.
Yeah,
And
to
then they're
have a
gonna put it-
moldy bag of Oreos sitting on their
I guess
bedroom
you can
shelf.
freeze it, right? You can freeze Oreos.
I guess.
but you
What are you
gotta
gonna do?
have
You're just
it
gonna
on
have a
display.
drawer. You have a drawer in your freezer. You're like, there it is.
And
It's
then
in there.
one night you're high, you're just like, oh, Oreos.
yeah.
You hear like one buddy goes in there and just eats them all, and you're like, you fucking.
Insane. It's,
But to be fair, I haven't talked about Supreme or anything from a product standpoint in probably a long time. And
you know what I think is bad though? What I think is bad is that the conversation has shifted to I can't believe people pay for that instead of look at how cool that actually is. It's almost become like a joke. It's almost become like a social experiment.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good long term.
it's not good
I
for
mean,
Supreme.
Supreme feels just not cool anymore.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see. Those Oreos are saying different because people are literally breaking the bank. Imagine you save up all your money to get Supreme Oreos. They're going to be moldy. And here comes the coronavirus, and you need to stock up on vegetables.
Yeah,
and all
you're
you
like-
have is these Supreme. You're like, I won't do it.
Yeah. It's like the
I
last thing left on
won't
earth, and you're
eat
just
it.
like shoving your face with
Yeah,
$500
you're like,
Oreos.
Fuck it. Okay. All right, let's try to pay for some Supreme Oreos and run some ads. All right, we're back. You know what? We actually got flooded with requests for ads. So I think that there's a good chance that pretty soon
Yeah.
all of our ads will be brought to you by Kathy's.
Yeah.
Which is a
Well,
pretty...
or brought to you. We'll read that, right?
No, we'll
Yeah.
read them, but I mean, it'd be really cool if we could get to the point where all of our ads were Kathy's ads.
Yeah, like we only read the ads of our listeners.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the idea. So if you want us to potentially run ads on the show for your business, you want us to break up with your loved one.
Yes.
You want us to do a gender reveal.
Yeah.
Or sponsor a segment.
To say, hey, Jennifer,
You're having a...
actually,
Yeah.
they haven't decided yet. They'll hit you up around 12, 10. They'll let you know what they are, but we don't believe.
So you're saying 12-year-olds are now adults. They can make whatever decision they want.
What I'm saying is I think it's actually, I've been actually biting my tongue the whole podcast.
Okay.
I think it's disgusting.
That I did a gender
That
reveal?
you did a gender reveal. I think that at
That
around...
I revealed it. I revealed that he's a boy.
I think it's disgusting.
And he's probably going to stay a boy.
It's just repulsive. I
Okay.
think around 10
Okay.
or 12, you should
Yeah.
let him go pick out a balloon,
Okay.
not tell you what he got. and pop
And pop it. He just tells me what he is?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, look, if they at 12 are earning enough money to support their life, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
That's
But if
the
I'm
rule.
paying for it, he's
That's
going
the
to stay
rule.
a fucking boy.
That's the rule?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Disgusting. So as long as you're paying the bills, you assign the gender.
Yeah, I decide the gender.
You should start a pod called Disgusting.
Yeah, I decide where he's going to go to school. He doesn't get to decide where he goes to
I
school.
think by the
Wait,
time
why?
he's school age,
That's
he'll-
how it works, you fucking idiot. Did you
think so.
decide where you went to high school and elementary school?
I
I think
I
that'll
missed the
change.
context.
Not college.
By the time he's
Sorry,
by
sorry.
the time they are like 5, the norm will have changed. They get to decide.
There won't even be school. We have so many viruses. We can't even leave the house.
They might get to decide they want different parents.
Yeah, exactly.
By that time, that might be normal.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to say, I'm glad I was able to finally let it out.
Okay.
I'm a little, you know,
You're disgusted.
I'm a little off-put.
You're offended by my gender reveal.
yeah,
Disgusted?
Yeah.
disgusted, big time. Okay. All right. Let's talk about big business news that just happened today. That I'm a big fan of this guy, and I've read the book. I've listened to the interview.
You're a huge fan.
I thought him and I had a good understanding.
Yeah.
I'm caught off guard. Bob Iger has stepped down as CEO of Disney. Now, he said that it was coming, but he said 2021. And I thought we were on the same page. And now all of a sudden there's some bald guy that used to run the Disney parks.
Yeah.
That now he's in charge. I haven't
Who's
read
in
his
charge?
book. What's his name?
Ben Chapak.
Ben Chapak.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Doesn't flow as nicely as Bob Iger. I haven't read his book.
Bob Chapak, sorry.
Don't know anything about it. At least it's a Bob. What's going on though? This seems a little.
Sounds
weird.
like he's Me Too'd.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think something happened. This abrupt shit, like Mark Parker at Nike, anything abrupt is.
I have an idea. I think he sees how bad Corona's about to be, and he doesn't want that on his record, so he's out on top.
So, a few things.
The parks are done.
The
parks guy, the reason why they're.
He's like, please, bro, please.
The reason why they elevated the parks guy, because he's like, yo, no one's coming to my park. Disneyland Hong Kong is empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple things. The sudden departure is very confusing. Because when you have a public, orderly transition, it was very public that Bob Iger was stepping down in 2021. And there was also, I listened to him on the Simmons podcast a week ago, and Simmons was like, you're not stepping down in 2021. You're just going to keep going. You like this too much. And they were having this banter on it. So it's just very suspicious of why he's stepping down. Is he just this guy that just saw things turning quickly in the way maybe Disney Plus isn't as successful, or like, I don't know.
No, it's none of that stuff.
I think it's really weird that the board chose the head of parks when the entire future business relies on streaming and IP, which the parks guy it's not his area of domain of where he's been. Maybe he's an expert on that stuff and we just don't know. But like the amount of investment they've made in kind of like software plays, if you want to call it, which is Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, getting into the streaming war with Netflix, and then actually being able to continue to buy valuable IP. Like they bought one on Marvel. They just bought Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's a confusing whoever they elevated to the post.
Yeah.
That's like the parks is a traditional like kind of brick and mortar business when you're entering
I bet you
a
this would
technology
happen.
business.
Yeah.
They look through all their C-suite and be like, who's the cleanest guy we got? The parks guy.
His head looked clean.
His head, Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
He looks like Mr. Clean.
Yeah. Maybe that's
I
what
will
they want.
say when Drama was in my office, they were doing an interview. Bob Iger looked like he was in a hostage video.
Yeah.
The way he was talking.
And that usually happens when this is a quick.
Yeah. He probably got a call from the board and said,
You're out.
You're out of here. And Mr. Clean, you're number one
We got
guy.
a green screen waiting for you, actually, 2 doors down.
Yeah, you're out.
And,
I don't know, man. This feels weird.
Especially
how much they allowed, what it seems, because obviously on the inside, Bob Iger to kind of make these transformational decisions for the company that are just kind of going into effect right now.
Yeah.
You think that it would have been more like planned and almost celebrated and like,
Yeah.
okay, Bob's stepping down in whatever, June of 2021. We're going to be naming our next blah, blah, blah. It was like out of nowhere.
He's still technically employed
Chairman.
by 2020 till 2021,
Sure.
but like he's effectively out. Like he has no power.
this
Yeah,
is
he has no
weird.
power anymore.
Okay, well, hope everything's okay with the mouse. It feels a little weird, but I don't believe Bob would do anything wrong.
That mouse sounds like it might have been coughing.
I think the mouse was coughing.
Yeah.
And I think Bob was like, no. I'm going out at the top of my game. You're not putting this next stock crater on me.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready to talk about what we saw on social media in the last
Yes.
week? Okay, so here it is. Every Wednesday we talk about what we've seen on social media in the last week that everyone needs to know. What do you got, D?
I was going to talk about something that it was just depressing, so I'm changing it.
Okay.
The funniest video I've probably seen ever as an Indian American.
Okay.
Donald Trump saying Indian names and phrases in front of the Hindus in Delhi was phenomenal.
I didn't see it.
It was really
I gotta
good.
watch
You know
it.
what? I'm going to play it
Play
because
it.
it is so freaking good.
Play it.
Sardar Patel.
Oh, no.
Ashram, Sachin Tendulkar, Gujarat, Goa, Diwali. As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekanand.
Is he laughing in it?
Namaste.
Look at the crowd.
Namaste. No, he's dead serious.
The crowd is laughing, right?
Namaste. Namaste.
Oh my gosh. He is one of a kind.
He's amazing. That was, I mean, I was crying. I've watched it 500 times. It was unbelievable content.
That's good. Yeah, can't beat that.
Yeah, that was great.
Good recommendation.
And the other thing I saw on his India visit is administration officials were in a panic because he only eats burgers and steaks.
And there's no
he was
beef.
in India at all these like kind of state dinners, and like, what is this dude gonna eat? Because you can't like bring in
Yep.
McDonald's from the U.S. I guess I don't know.
Yep, I agree. Anand, what do you got?
We have a new sentencing for someone in the USC bribing scandal.
You mean the school that gives everyone free college?
Free college.
The heiress to Hot Pockets. Pete likes Hot Pockets.
Not the Hot Pocket fam.
No?
Those suckers roast my mouth every time. I
Yeah,
quit them
they're
a
too
long
hot.
time
You gotta
ago.
wait. You gotta be more patient, Pete.
No, I don't have time.
He likes warm pockets.
So she's going to jail for bribing people, fake coaches, $300,000 to get her kids into SC. Prosecutors were seeking 21 months. She got 5. So another rich person going to jail. How long
Lock
do you
her
think
up.
she serves of the 5? 2?
1.
1?
but
I mean, a
she's
month.
at least getting locked up is big.
That's true. You get still get that photo in the jumpsuit.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's got to be. I mean, Hot Pockets, the heiress, it's got to be a crap ton of money.
Rich. Rich.
yeah. What about Harvey Weinstein got found guilty?
Found guilty, and all of a sudden he's in a wheelchair now. Can't walk. He's going to die in jail, he said.
The Cosby thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Chest
so
pains.
So he's going to jail.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Who would have thought?
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious.
I know, but I'm saying, who would have thought? Like, if I told you how 2 years
Oh, yeah.
ago, there's no way.
The world's changed.
Things are changing. Okay, mine is a little tip for all of our entrepreneurial listeners. TikTok, great app.
Okay.
They have added, I'm not sure that it's on all profiles yet, but if not, it's coming. Link in bio.
Wow.
Big,
That's going to drive a lot of traffic.
big, big, big.
Yeah.
So get on it. If you haven't got on it, get on it. But the biggest problem before was like, sure, you can drive all this traffic. You can go, sure, you can go viral.
Yeah, but you
get
can't-
a bunch of likes, but you can't convert anyone. And now they're going to start turning on. I mean, I've seen
Is it
people.
for everybody? Or
I
is it
I
rolling out
believe,
to-
but I'm not sure.
Got it.
I've also seen people, this is not for everyone, I've seen people doing like product tags, like you can on Instagram. They are doing ads. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem, as I go on it more, I hadn't been on it for like a month, even though I was so heavy on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different, there's like a whole trend of like window tinting things.
Yeah.
And then there's moms, and then there's like, it's really starting to like go a little bit more diverse.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's a real threat and a real perk for.
Yeah. I think that's a big opportunity.
I agree. Okay, that's all we got. Guys, get your masks. Remember, it needs to be the quality N95
Correct.
to have any chance at combating coronavirus.
Any chance of survival.
Any chance of survival. If you canceled any live, any travel, any live events, I would suggest putting that money to a good place, which would be themenloclub.com, also youngandreckless.com. Have a lot of great deals.
Yep.
If you're going to be stuck in the house, at least be fresh.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is open your front door and grab it. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't have to see any gross infected people.
I mean, you're never going to a concert again. Let's be real.
No. So go ahead and cash out on some sweatsuits, some new Republic shoes.
Yeah.
A lot you
I
can
have
do.
a question. I want a prediction from both of you. In the next 60 days,
Yep.
does a major U.S. city go on lockdown?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
If so, I'll see you guys in a few years.
Yeah. It won't be LA.
I'm not even saying LA.
I don't
I'm just
think it
saying if it gets
I
that
said major
bad,
city, like a top 10 city, not a top. That doesn't have to be top 2 city in terms of population.
if it gets
like,
that bad, I'm out of here. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I have to.
I would say New York and San Francisco are the highest risk
'Cause
they're
of
so
density.
densely populated that like
but San Francisco doesn't have a lot of people. It's 700,000 people.
okay, whatever. So that's
Plus
not a
they're
major
all
city
homeless.
then.
Easy, just lock up that little
Island. Did they do that in a movie like Con Air? One of those, not Con Air. One of those movies, they locked the whole city down. I feel like
It was in New York City.
Siege.
Siege.
Yeah.
You know, be a good thing to open in LA is like a super trendy, like almost WeWork mixed with Equinox mixed with whatever, where it's just you can go in
bubble.
here, you don't have to leave. It's a bubble.
Yeah.
Man, all
have
those
everything you need.
Silicon Valley billionaires buying those bunkers in New Zealand don't look so stupid anymore.
No. And in the bubble, you get tested before you go in, obviously.
Yeah.
So Corona can never enter.
Yeah.
And so you're safe in there. You just pay rent. It happens to be $100,000 a month.
Just to live a corona-free life.
Yeah. And we have a little gym. We have Pelotons. We have
Yeah.
kombucha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the stock's going up because of your bubble.
Wi-Fi.
Everyone's
Yeah.
buying the Pelotons for the bubble.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, guys, subscribe to our newsletter, group-chat.com. Hit us up on social media at groupchatpod. Stay safe. Breathe clean air. Make sure you wash your hands.
Yes. Wash your hands.
We'll see you on
Disgusting
Friday.
people.
And if you're stuck inside or you're scared to go out or whatever, throw on group chat.
I also want to propose eliminating shaking hands for the rest of our lives.
Rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to shake people's hands to begin with.
There's another person here that their strategy is when they're in a meeting with strangers and stuff, towards the end of the meeting, they
Go
start to
leave
grab
early.
things. And then they go, I'll see you later.
Oh.
You know, and you can't shake hands with
I
a
like
bunch of
that.
strangers.
That's
Pretty
genius.
good strategy.
Yeah. Fist bumps are okay, but still skin on skin. I was thinking elbow taps.
That's
You have long
but you have
sleeves.
to get close.
No, but elbow, you just go like.
Do a,
Why don't you just do the salute?
yeah, just give them a,
I'll do. I'm down with saluting.
yeah. See you later.
Saluting is great. It's more respectful in my opinion.
We might have to stop taking
Give me the
meetings.
old-
Hang
Thumpy
loose.
shake.
What are you doing?
You just
Shaka.
no, just a thumpy shake.
Peace, thumbs up, salute. Those are your 3 options.
I agree. I would say in this room who's most likely to get corona, but it's obviously Pete, right?
Yes. He's just
Healthy though. I'm young. It's fine.
Yeah, but you're out like at weird things.
Yeah.
Somebody invited me to a festival the other day, and
You should go.
I'm gonna turn that down.
Yeah.
Are you
you-
actually turning it down?
Yeah.
I mean, you agreed
Because
to
of
go
What?
to-
After all, are you kidding me? Like you think I'm that?
So you know we
stupid?
have influence. No one's going to a festival now.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you Friday.
Bye.